Located on Florida's Treasure Coast between Melbourne and Palm Beach, is a coastal community that's one of the state's best laid-back vacation spots. In the early 1700s, a Spanish treasure fleet wrecked off the Vero Beach shoreline during a hurricane, attracting English pirates who recovered the loot. Coins from those ships continue to wash ashore to this very day. Vero Beach was first settled in the late 1800s, with Vermonter Henry T. Gifford often receiving the credit for being its modern-day founder. He planted pineapples, helped build the Dixie Highway, and was the community's first postmaster. His wife Sarah is believed to have suggested the name Vero for the settlement. In Latin, the word means to speak the truth. Flash forward to the war years of the 1940s when Vero was home to a naval air station and training exercises were performed just off the coast. Not long after the war's end, some of the buildings on the property became the core of Dodgertown, the spring training facility for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Today, Vero is known for its breathtaking beaches, as well as being a haven for golf, water sports, and tons of fishing. Lots of museums here, along with nature tours, and one of the most quaint villages along the shore you'll ever see. We're going to be exploring it all in this episode and showing you the best things to do in Vero Beach. All of that and so much more, straight ahead. One of Florida's early roadside attractions was right here in Vero Beach and went by the name McKee Jungle Gardens. In the 1920s, Waldo Sexton and his business partner, Arthur McKee, purchased this tropical oasis. Their plan was to clear the property for a citrus grove. But the natural beauty of this place was deemed too special in its native state to disturb. So the men brought in a landscape architect to design the basic infrastructure of streams, ponds, and trails. Over time, they had assembled one of the most outstanding collections of water lilies and orchids in the world. By the 1940s, more than 100,000 visitors were stopping by every year. Attendance decreased in the 70s and much of the property was sold off to developers. 18 acres, the heart of the original attraction, were preserved, and today this attraction is being appreciated by a whole new generation. Now known as McKee Botanical Garden, it's open Tuesday through Sunday. Admission is $15 for adults. Historic buildings in downtown Vero Beach make up the Arts District and house a number of shops, art galleries, and places to grab a bite to eat or cool adult beverage. The Kilted Mermaid is a funky neighborhood pub with more than 80 craft and import beers and over 24 local and global wines. Have your camera phone ready when you come down here. There are several colorful murals that make for some nice Instagram pics. The Vero Beach Art Village is in the Edgewood neighborhood dating back to 1916. Once neglected buildings in this community are being reimagined as creative spaces. History buffs will enjoy the Indian River Citrus Museum, which tells the story of how citrus became so big in this region. Many of the vintage crate labels are available to purchase and make a great souvenir. This neoclassical building in Riverside Park is the home of the Vero Beach Museum of Art. The largest cultural arts facility of its kind on the Treasure Coast, the museum has 5 galleries, interactive kids space, and a sculpture garden. Lots of diverse exhibitions throughout the year, worth checking out. The museum is open daily with a $12 admission fee for adults. Active military, first responders, and healthcare workers get in free with a valid ID. And the last Saturday of each month, the museum offers free admission for everyone. Oceanside Vero Beach offers everything from high-end boutiques, home decor shops, and even a little vintage thrown into the mix. Every Saturday morning in this park, there's a community farmers market that prides itself on being pet-friendly. Owned by pop singer Gloria Estefan and her husband, this beachfront hotel is beautifully furnished and makes for a great weekend getaway within walking distance of all the shops and eateries. Speaking of eating, we like to grab lunch at Casey's Place when we're in town. It's been a tradition for us for more than a decade. They're best known for their juicy charbroiled burgers, belly buster hot dogs, and Abby's favorite, the BLT. One of the most colorful, eccentric characters in Florida's history constructed the place you see behind me. Waldo Sexton of McKee Gardens fame converted what was a 1930s private family-owned beach house into this unique inn and restaurant. A row of fishing shacks were also moved to the property and used for guest rooms. The Driftwood was added to the National Register of Historic Places in the 90s and offers a rustic beachcomber ambiance. A favorite with families is JC Beach Park, about 2 miles north of the Merrill P. Barber Bridge. Wide open spaces and plenty of facilities make for a perfect place to have a picnic or a fun day at the beach. There's also a boardwalk along the shore, and lifeguards normally patrol the waters here. Hours are sunrise to sunset. The park is ADA accessible. President Theodore Roosevelt set aside this land as a federal refuge by executive order in 1903. The intent was to protect egrets and other birds from extinction through plume hunting. With Roosevelt's signature, Pelican Island became the first national wildlife refuge in America. Pelican Island itself is tiny, just 3 acres in the waters of Indian River Lagoon. Visitors can see the island via a short walking trail that culminates at an ADA-accessible observation tower and boardwalk. Along the way, you'll see other members of the National Refuge System highlighted, from sea to shining sea. If you come here looking to see the famous residents of the island, plan your trip during fall, winter, and spring months. That's the best time to view migratory white pelicans as well as nesting brown pelicans. Informational signs detail the history of the refuge, while a self-guided tour is available on your smartphone by using a QR code. Historians estimate as many as 1,500 men, women, and children survived the 1715 fleet disaster. Located on the site where the survivors from the fleet camped after swimming to shore, this museum is filled with artifacts and displays about the unsuccessful voyage and its treasure. Interesting displays and knowledgeable staff will help you better understand why this area is known as the Treasure Coast. The property also features an observation deck with views of the ocean. Admission is $2 for everyone 6 and up. There's complimentary parking and a gift shop. An awesome way to support local is with a stop at Countryside Citrus. Inside the farm store, you'll find a large selection of locally made products, specialty food items, and seasonal fresh citrus, which comes from groves here on the east coast of Florida. This chart helps customers keep the growing season straight. The highlight for us was sampling this orange slushy made from the farm's own fresh juices combined with a vanilla swirl. Plenty of spots outside to sit a while and enjoy the beauty of the farm. This family-owned business plays host to special events throughout the year, including a corn maze in the fall and a you-pick strawberry patch. That's it. The best things to do in Vero Beach. What would you add to the list? Or what would you like to see us highlight the next time we visit? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We have travel tips, maps, and links to the places mentioned in our videos on our website, ChadGallivanter.com. Check it out for your trip planning needs. And one last thing, we make lots of travel guides from Florida and beyond. Take a look at some of our previous videos in our archives. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.